Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight on Saturday night? I hope everybody out there is doing great. It's very nice to see everybody that is here. We have a great little live stream tonight. We're going to be giving away a couple of different products right here on the live stream. We have something really important to talk about, and you know, there's just a lot of stuff that's going on out here, folks, and I hate to say it, but it seems like every week it just there's more bad news that keeps rolling out, and we need to be prepared. We need to be on top of what we have to make sure that we are doing and stuff. And we're going to get into that tonight. Um, but we do have two giveaways tonight we're going to be doing, and I'm pretty excited about these two giveaways. Hopefully, this will help a couple people out to be prepared. We're going to be giving away some Augustin Farms number 10 cans, and we're also going to be giving away. I don't know if a lot of you out there have heard of these, but they're called Blue Can. It's water. It's certified. It's pure water in aluminum cans that has a shelf life of 50 years. And I'm going to be giving away a case of those tonight also. So we're giving away a couple of prepping products tonight to help make sure that you people out there are prepared for what is coming. I'd like to jump over. First off, I'd just like to thank everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. I am having, I had some computer issues, started actually last Sunday, and it has gone on throughout the week in the house and everything else. So I have a Spectrum coming out tomorrow and is going to be addressing my situation. So please give me a number one if you guys can hear me. And I'm okay. If the computer screen is freezing up or whatever, that's kind of been the problem and issue that I've been having. We've been having a lot of different issues with the internet and everything else. So I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Thank you very much. I see all the number ones. I'd like to welcome everybody that is here. Hopefully from Facebook. I see some Facebook people on here right now. Look at that. Elise is on here. Lisa Bees from Facebook. We got Tom in here. We got White Hammer. Alexa. My moderators are here. Coffee First and Speak. JT. Pitbull's here. Members. I'd like to thank all my members and everything else for also being here. I really do appreciate all my members and everything else, as I appreciate all of you people. If you'd really like to get into the members club, it doesn't really cost a lot if you can afford it. We're going to start doing members only live streams this coming month. We'll be doing one of those a month. I'm trying to release videos and stuff for members only, and give them a little bit of a perk for being a member. But you guys still see all the videos that I release all week long. So you're only really missing one video a week, not being part of the members club. But there's also going to be the members only live stream, which is going to be a smaller crowd, which will make it a lot easier for question and answers and those type of things. And I'm trying to work out something to where I can start bringing some people in for interviews and stuff like that. As far as other creators, I have a few in mind, but I haven't. I'm trying to get everything, all my ducks in a row first before I really want to branch out to that. I want to make sure that my system is up and running and can handle what I want to do. And then we're going to be taking it from there. I really do appreciate everybody that's out here. Let's see here. I got a super chat already. Thank you very much. You don't have to do that, but I really do appreciate it. It goes towards the channel and giveaways and everything else that I do for this channel. And your question is, I have 20K in a AT and row price account? Should I withdraw it and bury it in my yard? Kind of worried about losing it. Thanks for the update. I personally, I wouldn't withdraw all your money out of the banks. Um, I do not think that that is a good thing. I think it is a very wise thing for you to have some cash on hand. Now, you would have to decide on how much cash you would need to have on hand. Um, but taking all that money and everything out and burying in your backyard or something like that, or whatever, it could be really high risk. Um, but I would take some money out just so you do have some cash on hand. So this way here, if something does happen, um, you have something to fall back on with that cash, or you could turn that some of that cash maybe into silver or gold, one of those type of deals. But pulling all your money out of the bank, um, I'm just not a big fan of that. I just don't agree. But I am a big fan of having some type of emergency backup right at your fingertips. So I hope that answered your question. Let me scroll on down through here. Let's see here. JT, Jan, Coffee First and Speak. Once again, thank you for all being here. Oh, speaking of which, I need my moderators. JT, Jan, and Coffee First and Speak. I need you to email me. And this way I have your email address and stuff because I have some stuff I'd like to talk to you guys about. And so please just send me an email. Doesn't have to be tonight, maybe tomorrow or something like that. And I got some stuff I want to throw at you, and I want to see what your input and stuff is. I'm trying to get a lot of my ducks in a row right now, and I would just like to have your email address so I can personally communicate back and forth with you guys and everything else. So please give me shoot me an email. You guys should all know it, but if not, it's survival preparedness 68 at gmail.com. All right. So with further ado here, let's get moving on this because I want to get to the giveaway and stuff tonight, and I want to talk about some of the preparedness things that you people need to be doing. There is a ton of stuff that has been going on. I released a video today because it was breaking news today and was talking about how Putin has backed out of his agreement to allow a lot of the grains and things to come out of the Ukraine, Russia, and everything else to help, feed the world and all those different types of things. And it's quite astounding how so many people disagreed with that video. Reporting the news. And what people don't really realize is the less that is coming out of those two countries, the more is being pulled out of our country. Whether you like it or you don't, it is what is taking place. Okay, so you really have to make sure that Trapper Bob, how you doing? You have to make sure that everything that you are doing right now is for the benefit of your family. There are a lot of writings on the wall, and things are just getting worse. We had the president of the United States make a comment this week. And I go more in depth on my video tomorrow that comes out at noon. But he made a comment this week that for most people, what they should be doing right now is buying non-name brand food products to save money. And this way here, it'll offset their inflation prices. Can you believe that? I mean, come on. I mean, that's just like, that's stupid. I mean, that's their answer to the inflation that we're going through right now, that the hardship that a lot of you people out there, probably maybe even some of you people that are in the chat room right now, or just watching this video, it's probably some of the things that you are already going through. You're going to the grocery store, you're looking at these prices, and you're like, oh my Lord, how am I going to afford to feed my family? All right, so you buy the off name brand. Maybe you save 50 cents, maybe $1. All right, well, you're saving something, I guess. Okay. But for that to be their solution to this problem is very concerning to me. The warning is out, and we need to be finishing preparing right now because there's no time left for riding the fence and trying to figure out, okay, well, do I want to be prepped and ready? Do I want to make sure that what I am doing is benefit my family and these type of things? I don't understand the rhetoric that is coming out of our government. Now, as I have said, it is an election year. And I truly believe, all right, right now they're going to be doing anything and everything that they possibly can to try to get your vote. Whoever you like to vote for, this isn't, I'm not going to get into politics or who I vote for or who you vote for. I don't care. That's your own personal opinion. Welcome to America. But here's the thing. They're both going to be trying to do and say and everything else, whatever they can to get your vote. And I'm a firm believer, depending on how this falls. Okay, folks, after the elections are over, Katie barred the doors. There's going to be a lot of problems that are going to arise very quickly. All right. We already know that the feds are going to be raising the interest rate on November 2nd, 0.75 of a basis point. And then I was reading an article today from Mr. Powell that in December, he's probably going to raise it another 50 basis points. So 0.5%. Now, what does this mean for you? What this means for you is right now, in case you didn't know, if you wanted to buy a home right now, your interest rate's over 7%. They raise this a little bit more. It's going to be 8, 9, 10%. They are not going to be happy. All right. The GDP just posted this past week, their first positive numbers this year. All right. And they're all up in arms and they're all happy and everything else. And oh, we're doing such a great job for this country. Oh, we're turning everything around. Everybody's working and everything else. But in the same token, in the same breath, if you people would really pay attention to what is going on, all right, what is taking place is this. The government is really happy. The Fed is not. The Fed has already stated until we can get the unemployment rate to go up, all right, because we're at an all-time low right now. People are working. They don't want that. You see, they have to put people out of work. I keep telling you people this. This is the warnings that we are seeing, and they're telling us what's going to happen. You need to be getting prepared. You need to be making sure that whatever you are doing, you are trying to make sure that you are being ready. Because the Fed and the government, Washington, are on two different levels right now. One is saying everything is fine and dandy. There's no recession. There's no nothing. And then you have the feds that turn around and say, well, until we can actually reduce the amount of people that are finding jobs, put more people on the employment line, get more businesses to close, because that's what's going to happen. And it's going to start with small businesses. A lot of the small businesses in your town are probably going to end up closing because they're not going to be able to afford to stay in business. Because people won't have the money. Once they reach this point, people are not going to have the money to go out and enjoy that good time and have that dinner, whatever it may be. And this is what the Fed wants. All right. This is how they say they have to get this back in control. And it all stems back to the simple fact is they dropped the ball and they didn't start trying to recorrect a lot of this problem when they could have last year. They saw the writing on the wall. We all have been reporting this, that things were going to be happening. Things are going, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, folks. You look at the price, how things are starting to increase. You look at the supply and demand. You look what we've gone through. You know, the housing market was so far out of price, it was just ridiculous. Now it's all fallen back because nobody can afford a 7-8% increase, interest rate on top of their mortgage. So if you're buying a house and say it's worth $500,000, now you're taking 7% interest on that. Most people can't afford that. And if you have a floating arm on your house, you're pretty much screwed right now. In years past, that's always worked out to your benefit because the interest rates were basically almost right down to around zero. So, I mean, you were making out like a bandit. But now the table has turned and those people are going to start losing their homes because they can no longer afford those payments because every time the rate goes up, their payment goes up. They're being priced right out of their homes in a moment's notice. We have to make sure that we are doing whatever we can be doing right now. I have received a few emails from a few people, and one of them was from a gentleman over in England. And he is worried about what is going on over there, which I totally agree. I mean, kind of like Russia's right in his backyard, if you think about it, a lot closer than our yard. And he had a lot of questions on, he wants to really get going on prepping. He does have a few things that were put up and things of this nature. And so did some of the other emails, but people really wanted to know, where's a good place to start and what you need to be doing. And I'm going to be doing a video just on that. And it's going to be for like the beginner preppers. All right. And to help people out there, because if I'm getting this kind of information emailed to me and people are asking questions about, just like earlier, pulling all my money out and everything else, if I'm getting all these different types of questions, people are really starting to ponder, is prepping really a bad thing to be doing at this point in time, in the times that we live in? You look all around you and it's nothing but chaos. Everything is chaos right now. You have people fighting people. You have, every time we turn the news on down here in Florida, and probably same as your areas, unless you live in a rural area. But if you live around any major city or in a major city, you put the news on every morning. Oh, somebody was shot and killed last night. It's just a fact of life. We have road rage incidents. We have people are just flipping out, they're just losing it. And I put a lot of this off to the whole mental part of people do not know how to deal with these type of hard times, because more than likely they've never had to go through some of these, especially some of the younger generation. Now, I'm not picking on any generation. I'm not picking on any particular people. All right. I'm just stating a fact. The older generation has lived through a lot more than so-called the younger generation that had been spoon-fed basically by their parents. Everything's going to be just fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you, whatever. And now if that safety net is gone and you're on your own, what are you going to do? Do you know how to even plan out exactly what you may need in an emergency type situation? See, that is very key, folks, is having those plans, because it takes a lot of that guessing work out of your daily lives that you are living. And that is a very important thing to do at this point in time. The warning has been out there for some time. I've been reporting on this for quite a while. All right. And then now is the time that you need to be finishing your prepping. If you're just starting now, you've got a lot of work to do. And it's going to cost you probably a lot of money because a lot of companies are constantly raising the price of their goods because the price of everything has gone up. The price of metal has gone up. The price of tin has gone up. We still have a tin shortage in this country. That's why you're seeing a lot of your different canned goods and stuff aren't as plentiful as they used to be. It's not like you could walk in there and you could buy 2, 3 cases of green beans. It's just not there. I mean, there may be, maybe 15, 20 cans on the shelves, but the shelves aren't packed full. And if you haven't been paying attention to your local stores, all right, and you haven't been taking notice, you see, I pay attention to a lot of this. So this is a challenge for all of you. The next time when you start going into your stores, I want each week when you guys go into the store, I want you to watch your certain sections. These are the sections. Your canned goods. Watch your canned good aisles, watch your rice aisles and rice and beans, and watch your flour, sugar, and salt areas. And watch how these things shrink. They keep shrinking because they're running low on products. So they shrink the shelves down, push out more of the stuff that you and me probably just don't want. And this way here, the shelves look full. You think everything looks really good because for the general public, when they walk into a store, they're not paying attention to how much of a product is there. They don't remember how much of a product used to be there. So now what they have to do is, all right, now they're trying to convince the rest of us that, well, we already know what is going on. We know how they're doing their business. We know what's taking place. And we know to be prepared because we can't trust any of them at this point in time. Time is of the essence. You're running out of time to do some of these things before all this starts really ripple effect. They're talking that this so-called no recession that we're in, as the government says, all right, these high interest rates that they are running right now, and they're going to push them even higher, folks, come in 2023. Mr. Powell said that there will be no relief from these high interest rates until 2024. You get it? You see where this is going? The higher these interest rates, the more it's going to cost you to put food on the table, the more it's going to cost you to put a roof over your head for you and your family, the more it's going to cost you to put gas in your vehicles. Now, they're still talking about, I saw another article today, and they're still saying we have 25 days of diesel fuel left. Well, they said that last week, and now we're still at 25 days. So how much do we really have? And are they just making this number up to try to scare people? Or is this a way for them to raise the prices of diesel and the fuel oil that you people are paying to heat your homes this winter? I know one of my moderators, I don't know if she's on here. I haven't been watching the chat. Her name's Cassie. I don't know if she's on here or not, but she just paid $5.21 a gallon for fuel oil to fuel their tank. So is this some way that they're using this to try to make more money off of the American people? I noticed that diesel prices have slowly started climbing in my area. They were down around 5.15, 5.10. Now they're up to 5.35, 5.40. So, I mean, what is really going on and who do we really believe? And this is the reason why we have to make sure that we are doing everything that we can do. The warning is out there. This isn't something that we don't know what's going to happen, like what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. Oh, is he going to drop a bomb? Is he not going to drop a bomb? Who's going to drop the bomb? We don't know any of this kind of stuff. We do know that he cut off the food supply, like I talked about earlier today, all the grain and stuff that's supposed to be coming out of those countries, to help the world out, especially like the third world countries and stuff that are just in dire need. But We don't know what is going to take place with this war. We don't know which direction this is going to go. You have this analyst that says this, you have this analyst that says that. Everybody has their own different opinions and everything else. And you just kind of like read between the lines and try to figure things out and hope for the best that nothing too terribly goes wrong here. You get what I'm saying? We do know, and we have been warned for quite a long time that these interest rate hikes are coming, that the prices are going to be going up. And we see it. You go to buy a car, costs you more. You use your credit card, costs you more. A lot of people, the credit card debt in this country is the highest it has been in 3 decades. Think about that. A lot of people are turning to their credit cards to try to get by. Working class people are turning to their credit cards to try to get by. Doesn't anybody see a problem with this in our government? They want all these votes. They want your vote. Everybody wants your vote. Hey, vote for me. I'll take care of you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Really? Don't just talk. Show us what you're going to do. There's ways that they could turn around and instead of giving money and stuff to all these other countries, especially like Ukraine, I have no problem with them still helping them out, giving them military aid. That's fine and dandy. They don't need cash. I don't buy it. And nobody is watching where all this money is going. That is the real funny thing. All right. Because you're giving these people billions of dollars of cash. They just ask for it. I think I'm going to write a letter to Joe Biden and ask him, say, hey, you know what? I mean, Ukraine needed, a couple billion. I could use, just about $1 million. I mean, hey, can you throw some my way or something? I mean, come on, what do you got to lose? I mean, they're just handing it out like it's candy, like it's Halloween every day at the freaking White House, And we need to make sure we don't even know what this money's going for. Nobody's sitting here policing where this money's going for. It's not like somebody's, it's like an open checkbook here. And we need to close this damn checkbook because it's doing nothing but just killing us. Our grandchildren are going to be paying this for all this stuff. Oh, they made some comment the other day that they dropped the deficit by some, I forget how much or whatever else. Until what? They got to turn around and write more money? You see, folks, this is the warnings that are out there. We know that there's so much BS that's going on that, especially at this time of the year, because it is election time, and they're just throwing anything they can out there to get our votes. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat. I'm not even talking parties here. It's what they all do. They've been doing it since I've been alive, and I'm sure they've been doing it well before then. They have to make sure that they're trying to get to their base and they're trying to steal, some people from the other side, both parties. I mean, this is how you do it. This is politics, right? So we promise you the world. We promise you the grass is greener on the other side and everything else. But once you get there and everything else, you just notice the grass is still as brown as the grass is where you just came from. And you're not any better off. We need somebody that's going to actually take the bulls by the horn, get this country back in line, get the damn borders closed because there's so many people that are flooding over here. And I'm going to talk about some of that in my video tomorrow at noon, which just really just irks me because this is what they're looking for. All right. They want more immigrants coming in. It's like, what are you going to start doing? Go down to Mexico and bus them in yourself? I mean, really? These people just don't know what the heck they're doing. I mean, we can't afford to feed the whole world. We can't afford to take care of and fight everybody's battles. And that's what it's come down to. It's everybody always comes back to us when they need help. Until that point, everybody just kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, the U.S., yeah, they're good, they're all right, and everything else. But if something bad happens in their country, if something happens to their country, if somebody wants to invade their country, or if somebody does invade their country, obviously we're seeing that right now, proof's in the pudding. Well, who do they come knock on the door? You know, I mean, you go to NATO and everything else. Well, then, NATO is basically the United States. I mean, yes, there's other countries in NATO. I do understand that. But when it comes down to power and might, they all know where to come. They all come knocking on our door. That's what they do. These are the things that we know are taking place right now. These things are happening as I'm speaking right now. These things have been happening for quite a while. The warning for you to be prepared has been going on. The lights and sirens have been flashing. The time to prepare is now. You have no time left, really. You need to be finishing what you are doing, how you're preparing, whatever it is you need to be doing. You have to be the ones that are taking the bull by the horns. You have to make sure that you know what to do. And that's why I'm going to be doing that video this week to help out everybody out there that maybe has new questions. The channel is growing as we have new people come in. We have people that come in and maybe they don't know a lot of things about prepping. Maybe they don't know where to start. They don't know what the best way to start is. And that's why I'm going to do this video, because there is a lot of questions that are out there on what do I need to be doing? How do I need to do it? How do I store it? How is it that, what else do I need besides the food, the water, the dry goods, and, and I store it in Mylar bags, a vacuum seal. Can you do this? Can you do that? What else do I need? People just don't realize that there is more to prepping than just having your food and water and your basics. There's so much more. Take a look around you. Take note of what you use every single day in your household. What is it that you use? What does your kids use? What does your husband, your wife use? Everything. Not just toilet paper or paper towels or, whatever. Everything you can imagine that you use on a daily basis. And a lot of people don't even realize how much stuff you use on a daily basis. You use cleaning wipes, clean your glasses. You have different types of products. You have paper, you have pens, you have scissors. You may have to cut stuff open. All this stuff is a prep. Now, do you have to buy 200 pairs of scissors? No, but you want to have a couple pairs of scissors that are on, that are good. You want to make sure that you have a lot of like cleaning wipes. You want to make sure that you do have cleaning products. You want to make sure that you have extra shoestrings for either your tennis shoes, your boots, your dress shoes, whatever it could be. You want to make sure that you have extra socks, extra underwear for men and women. If you have children, it's a whole different ball game, folks. If you have kids, the younger they are, the harder it is. Because see, the older they are, the more the preps that you use on a daily basis, they use on a daily basis. If you have young children, which, trying to find and try to stock up on baby formula right now is still probably one of the biggest jokes of this country, because the shelves are still basically empty. They can't get it, for whatever reason, produce enough to catch up to get everything back on the shelves. So what are we? Is this how we're going to live the rest of our lives? Shortage on baby formula? Build more freaking plants. Hello. These companies want to rake in all these billions of dollars, because have you seen the price of formula? They want to rake in all these billions of dollars, and make the shareholders and stuff really happy. But turn around and what's going on? The women out there are, they're running from store to store. They're trying to find the formula and stuff for their kids and everything else. And we still haven't recovered from this. From one freaking plant. Build more plants. Is it that hard I mean, think about this. You know, you need to start putting these plants all over the place. You should have one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, a couple of them in the central part of the country, one in the South, one in the North. You need to have them all over the place so you can help. And once they get up and running, and once you build them, okay, maybe that's a year or so down the road or whatever. But still, at least you got a plan and you got some way that you're going to get out of this situation we're in. You're always going to need baby formula. I mean, come on. It's an easy fix, but they don't want to spend the money. They don't want to do that. They want to have everything controlled by just a couple of these different plants and everything else. So, I mean, everybody has a monopoly on one particular product, and baby formula is one of them. But getting back to the point, when you're thinking about all the things that you need on a daily basis, look at it, especially with your kids, the young kids. You got your formula, you got diapers, you got wipes, you got to have creams, you got to have special food as far as like baby food jars, baby, all that different type of stuff, baby powder, baby oil, baby shampoo. They don't use all the same stuff that we do. I mean, just diapers and wipes and formula are enough to put you in the poorhouse. Think about it. I mean, come on. These things are the ones, this is what's really affecting this country that we live in right now. We are in the midst of a huge undertaking, I totally believe, of a huge type proportion that is going to be changing the way that everything that we do is going to involve around some type of new system. Because it just seems to me, and maybe a lot of you won't agree, but it seems to me that if you really look back and you really start thinking about what has taken place since the pandemic, it seems to me it was an open door for them to try to come in and try to, they don't care about the old system anymore. If you really read between the lines and start paying attention to how they talk and the rhetoric and everything else, they have something in mind. Is it going to be better? I can't tell you that. Is it going to be worse? I can't tell you that either. And, I mean, we just have to, make sure that what we are doing, we are trying to be the best that we can possibly be and be prepared as much as possible for our families, or maybe just for yourself. We are the ones that are going to turn around, and we have to make our own decisions. If something drastically did happen, if there was a huge economic collapse, if there was some type of catastrophic event, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Any of these things, the government is not going to be able to take care of, or nor will they probably want to take care of all of us that are out here. And for the ones that are being prepared and taking care of themselves and their families and everything else, they are going to be ahead of the game. They won't be the ones suffering like a lot of people will in a time of a catastrophic event, another bad, maybe pandemic, because there's been a lot of weird stuff that's been reported, and I'm not going to get into it on here because I don't want to get thrown off. But there's some weird stuff going on. I suggest you people get on there and look it up for yourselves. Maybe I'll have to make a video and I'll put it on my website, and I'll let you know when that takes place. And because I own the website, so nobody can tell me what I can do, what I can't do as far as what I put on there. If you get what I'm saying. The point of it being, we are in the middle of the road right now. You are either you're straddling the fence. You have two choices. You have two choices on this path that you are on right now. You two choices are you're either going to start prepping and you're going to get off the fence and you're going to make a conscious effort to try to do things and try to be prepared. Or you're going to choose to stay on the fence, or maybe you're going to get off and you're going to say, you know what? You're full of shit. Nothing's going to happen. And, there'll be plenty of people to take care of me, the government, the cities, the locals, the states and all this kind of stuff. And you're going to believe that until, something majorly happens that we've seen in history. Katrina, do I need to say any more? But we've seen in history where that didn't work out so well for a lot of people. And we've seen the pain and the suffering that a lot of those people went through. And what we have to realize is we have to be the ones that have to make the choices to be prepared so that you and your family are the ones that are going to survive, that are going to be okay. Don't really worry about what anybody thinks about if they see you prepping or whatever else, maybe your family members or whatever. You're always going to have that one idiot in the family that's going to make some big deal out of whatever the situation is, but he'll be the first one knocking on your door when he's hungry, right? Am I right? We all have those. If I'm right, if I'm right, you all give me a number one if you agree. Tell me I'm right. Tell me you have that crazy family member out there that, is just like insane that would do something like that. We all have one, right? Everybody has that one person, or it's going to be a very close friend. Somebody's going to sit back and be like, man, you're just nuts. You just don't know what the heck you're doing. You're crazy. And maybe we are crazy. But I tell you what, folks, I'd rather be crazy and prepared than be an idiot and be not prepared and wonder where I'm going to get the food at to feed my kids. You see, I'm big on family, and I think that people need to be really thinking about that nowadays. A lot of things nowadays, people think, you know what? I'm thinking about myself. I'm thinking about, and all this. It's all about me, 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 me. No, it's not. It's all about your family and what you're doing for your family and how you're trying to make sure that your family is going to be taken care of in case of an emergency, in case of a catastrophic event, in case of whatever. But you're going to make sure that those things are going on and that those plans are being put in place and that those certain types of items that you need, maybe you have to have special type of items for maybe some of your family members, your kids, maybe your parents live with you because they're older or whatever else. They have special needs also. Maybe this is stuff that you have to really think about. You have to consider. You have to make sure that those things are all part of those T's that you crossed and those I's that you dotted. Because you are the one that has the control. You are the one that is the one that's taking the bull by the horns, and you're making sure that everything that's humanly possible that you can do is being done. Now, will you ever be done prepping? I've been asked this question. When do I think I have enough? You never have enough. Period. What limits the amount of food that you can buy and store is the availability of the space that you have to store it in. Get it? So you have to make sure if you want to buy 500 pounds of rice, do you have some place to store that 500 pounds of rice? That's why for a lot of people, if you live in an apartment, townhome, condo, if you live something like this, you have to basically break out how your preps are going to be. So you have a nice variety of different types of foods. So you want so much of rice, you want so much of pasta, you want so many of this canned good, so many of that canned good. You see where I'm going with this? This way here, you're not eating 500 pounds of rice every day, 3 meals a day, 365 days a year. Does that make sense? You can always break it up and you can move it all around, and there's tons of things that you can do. In closing on this video, before we get to the giveaways and things, I want people to be aware. All right. The warning has been out for quite a long time. I've been talking about it. I've been trying to warn people. I've been trying to get the message out there to try to make people aware of what is going on. You need to be finishing up your preparing now. You need to be doing whatever you can. You need to try to make sure that you are succeeding in what it is that you need to be doing and what you need to finish off to meet your goals. Because there's going to come a time when there's going to be no time left. Either there won't be the product on the shelf, or you won't be able to afford the product on the shelf. Because we all know where prices are going. We all try to shop for those bargains. We all try to shop and find the best price. At least if you're a prepper, you do. You try to see who has the best price on the product that you're looking at. Doesn't matter if it's food, could be clothing, could be battery banks, could be generator, could be flashlight, could be a knife, could be anything. You're not just going to buy it from the first place you see it. You're going to find something you like, then you're also going to do your homework, and you're going to try to research on this and say, okay, who has the best deal? Right? So we need to make sure that we're heeding the warnings that are being told to us that are going to take place. Because trust me, folks, once this election's over, I hope you all have your boots on and you're riding that saddle really good, because I think it's going to be a pretty rough ride for a while. You don't have a lot of time. Things are changing quickly. On a daily basis, things are changing around us. Prices are increasing. And to speak of which, tomorrow, you need to watch my video. I know there's a lot of people out here that loves to shop at these dollar stores. And wait till you find out what I found about Dollar General and what they've been doing to their shoppers. That's the main article on tomorrow's video. But I also talk about some things that are taking place at Walmart, Kroger, Albertsons, everything. That video comes out at noon tomorrow. Some of this stuff, it's amazing, folks, what's coming. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words, especially if you like red meat. You might want to buy it and freeze it now, because they got plans for it. And that's Walmart and Kroger and Albertsons and all these big grocery stores. It's coming. But it's not Bill Gates. You'll be amazed. All right, folks, let's get switched over here. I got a couple of giveaways I want to do. Throw some glasses on here. I did see a super chat, and that came from, let me see here if I can get back up there to it. Will it let me go? I think that was Prepping with Sarge. Yes, it was. Prepping with Sarge. How you doing, brother? It's good seeing you. Maybe if my moderators and stuff, if you could throw up Prepping with Sarge, his YouTube channel. He has a great YouTube channel, folks. You need to go check him out. And I I mean, he covers a lot of different things. He covers stuff on coins, wild edibles, all different types of things. And he's got a lot of good information out there. And you all should go over and check him out real quick. Um, I think that was the only one besides the one in the very beginning. So I didn't miss any more. All right. Let me just scroll on down through here. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to do the giveaways here. It's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to on my channel. All right. I'm using a totally different editing program. This is actually being done through StreamYard. And this way here, I can do it on my live streams and you guys get to see who is being picked. So the first thing that we're going to give away is going to be a total of 4 cans of Augason Farms freeze-dried foods. Okay. Now everybody needs to pay close attention here because this is what you're going to have to do. All right. In the comment section, everybody needs to write, you want to be entered in, write the word food and go ahead and get that going now. And I'll give you a minute to get everybody in here. So you need to put the word food in the comments. There you go. All right. I'll give you guys a few minutes here and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get this set up and we're going to share the screen. All right. So the name is food. Just put food in there. Doesn't matter if it's capitalized. If it's not, just write food. All right. So you want to put food in there and you're going to be entered to win the 4 cans of Augason Farms freeze-dried foods. All right. How are we looking here? Is everybody getting in? It's looking pretty good. All right. I'll give it a little bit longer. If anybody else wants to get in on this, make sure you type in the comments food for the 4 cans of Augason Farms freeze-dried foods. And we're going to do this. All right. Are we ready? Here we go. All right. We only got 58 entries. All right. Come on, folks. You guys, there's 900 and some odd people in here. Type food in. I'm going to give it a little bit longer here. All right. Just a little bit longer. I want to give people a chance to get on here and win. All right. All right, here we go. And the winner is of the 4 cans of the Augason Farms freeze-dried foods is Tia Marie. Tia Marie, what I need you to do is, first off, congratulations on being the winner. All right. You need to email me. My email is in the description of the video. Of any of my videos, it's right on my main YouTube channel. It's also survival preparedness 68 at gmail.com. And you guys can get in there and you can just email me your information. All I need is your address and I'll take it from there and I will order these up and I will get them out to you as soon as possible. All right, now, so let me see here. Right down here is my email address. Oh, I said 68. I'm sorry. It's 69. I have something else that's 68. I got too many. I got to get this all into check here because I got too many variants of different things. So email me at survivalpreparedness69 at gmail.com, Tia Marie. So this way here, I can get your information and I will get it out to you. Now we are going to do the Blue Can 50-year shelf life water. This stuff is just incredible, folks. The way it's made, the way it's put out there and everything else. So on this one, on this one, we are going to be doing, I have to reload this because I'm changing the word. Let me find my, it's right here. Just give me 1 second. I just have to reset this because I'm changing the word. And the word that you all need to enter to win the Blue Can 50-year shelf life is water. Everybody enter water right now, and you guys are going to be entered into winning those Blue Can 50-year shelf life water. It'll be a whole case. There's 24 cans in a case. You can store these, which is really incredible. You can store them from right down around, I think it's like 30 degrees up to 150 degrees. There is no storing limits really on these things. They are just incredible the way they are made. I would highly suggest if you're really interested in it, go right on Amazon because that's where I'm going to order them from. But go on there and watch the video that is with the Blue Can 50-year water. And it is amazing how this is made and what goes through it. And NASA uses them. All these different types of FEMA, all these different agencies all have this stuff all stockpiled. So what does that tell you? All right. And that's probably why sometimes I can't get a hold of it or buy it. So everybody, you put water in the comments, right? Water. Put water in the comments to be entered to win the case of 50-year Blue Can water. That is good for 50 years. All right. Now we're going to go right back through this. And we're going to share the screen. Are we all ready? I sure hope so, because here we go. And we're going to do a draw. And the lucky winner of the Blue Can 50-year water is William Harding. All right, William. Once again, congratulations. Thank you for being here on Survival Preparedness for Beginners. You are the winner of the Blue Can 24 case water. So, or 24 cans, not 24 cases. I can't afford that. Stuff's expensive. So you get the 24 cans. It's a whole case of water. It's good for 50 years. You can put it away, put it in your closet, put it under the bed, put it out in the garage. You can store this stuff wherever you want. And this stuff is going to be there when you need it, when you need water the most, because water is the most important thing that you need to survive. All right. So congratulations again, William Harding. And this way here, you are the winner. So just remember to email me, survivalpreparedness69@gmail.com. And we will go from there. Now we're going to move back on over here. All right, I'm going to jump through here. We got a little bit of time left here. If you all do have any questions or anything, I see I got let's scroll up. And how long ago did I get that? Well, must have been back a little bit. It's showing that I have a super chat, and I'm trying to find it. And I haven't been able to find it. Which is really odd. I don't know if maybe this could be part of my end with my internet problems that I'm having, because my screen is kind of like just moving right away. But it was from Lucas Lemay. So I'm single trucker. I am from Minnesota, but I do home time in Texas for my toddler. I'm stocking up, but it is in a storage. My friends are in Minnesota. Otherwise, I'm a loner in Texas. Is it good enough? Well, first off, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. But what I'm thinking here is you do your home time in Texas for your toddler. I'm stocking up, but it's in a storage. As long as it's, you want to be careful exactly what you're storing in your storage. It maybe is your storage air conditioned, climate controlled, I guess you could say. If it is, you're going to be perfectly fine. If it's out in the hot sun, you're going to have to be very careful what you store in that storage. Um, I would try, since you have two different areas, I think it would probably be really a good idea, Lucas, if you could have things that are stored in two different areas also. Um, if you're a trucker and you're going from Minnesota to Texas and back and forth and whatever, it's always be nice to have supplies in both areas of the spectrum on the chance that if something did happen or something like that, and say you had to get your toddler and you had to go to one of the other different locations, you had to go to Minnesota from Texas. When you get there, you know you got some stuff that's put up there also. Um, Having a dual type living type scenario, you want to make sure that you are utilizing that for that simple purpose of you can have preps in more than one place, which is very, very important, that I've talked about several times on this channel, is not having all your eggs in one basket. This way here, if something does happen, you have something to fall back on. But once again, thank you very much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. And I'm sorry I couldn't find it on my computer screen. And I hope that they get this all straightened out. Well, I found this one. This one just popped up. And it says, when you can, please address my question when you can. And I just did. I really do appreciate you sending that. You didn't have to redo that. I don't know when it came. Like I said, could be on my end too here, folks. All right, because I've been having some computer issues for the last week. And I was praying to God I could get through this live stream tonight and everything would work just fine. Um, a lot of things. So Chuck Brown says money laundering back to Obama, Biden, and company. Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff that is just going on, and it's insane. Canada is now implementing euthanasia for many with disabilities, even kids. What? Are you kidding me? That is just that's wrong. That is just wrong. Kathy J, I'm stocked up on feed and pet food. Yes, you got it. That's another thing, folks. I mean, really think about this. You really have to. These are the things that you use on a daily basis. You got to have stuff for your pets, or if you have animals like cows, horses, pigs. I mean, all these type of animals, they all got to have something to eat. So Stefan says, I bought red meat, ground hamburger for my dog last week. Had it wrapped up very well for about a week. Did not go bad. I wonder what it was treated with. Something. Watch my video tomorrow because there's a lot of stuff that's coming out, and you may not have to be worrying about that red meat too much longer. If I think a lot of people have their way, and like I said, it's not Bill Gates on this one. Rockamas, nice to see you. Like I said in the very beginning, it's always nice to have my members and stuff in here. Let me scroll on down through. Grace Hill, chat keeps freezing. Like I said, I did say in the very beginning, and I put a post and stuff out there. I was having issues with internet and all those type of things. My Wi-Fi in the house keeps going out constantly. The TVs, they freeze up. I don't know what's going on. We got to get Spectrum will be here tomorrow morning, and hopefully they're going to take care of this problem, this situation. Yes, Cassie, how you doing, Cassie? Yes, pet supplies, so important. So it was nice today. We saw that we did have some few people that did show up and came in from Facebook. I'd like to thank you all from coming over from Facebook and taking a look and joining in on everything and the live stream. I really do appreciate you people. We are trying to branch out to try and get more people involved in the whole prepping scenario because it is so vitally important at this point in time. The warning is out. You need to finish your preparing now. Your time is slowly dwindling away. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here. I would also like to thank all my moderators for everything that you do. And do remember, moderators, I need you to email me, please, so that I can communicate with you. I do have some things I want to talk to you about and that I want to start looking into and doing. And so I just need all you moderators to please email me, survivalpreparedness69@gmail.com. And for everybody else, if you do have any questions, if you do have any pictures or anything that you do see out there on a daily basis, if you would like to share them with me, that's more than fine. You can email me those pictures or articles or information that you do get. I will never use your name or anything else. I will never give out your email address to anyone. So you do not have to worry about that. But this way here, I feel that that is a very big thing so that we are getting the information that we need on a daily basis from the people in this community, which I trust a lot more than anything that I watch on TV, I read on the internet, or that you see come across your little smartphone there every time something happens, just like this past week. On Wednesday, they came out and they said that Jerry, the Great Balls of Fire guy, Jerry Lee Lewis, that he died. And then Thursday, they said, no, he didn't. Then Friday, they came back and said, yes, he did. I mean, it's one of those things. You just don't know who to believe. I want people to be prepared. I'm trying to reach as many people as I possibly can. That's why the live streams and stuff are now being broadcast on 2 different Facebook channels. They're being broadcast on YouTube. I feel it is very, very important for us to try and reach out to as many people as possible to try to make sure that whatever is going on, the people are aware. People are really wondering if this is what they need to be doing by all the emails that I have been getting. I will be doing that video this week. It'll be coming out this week at some point. This way here, you people that are new, that have questions and everything else, I'm going to go through your emails and I'm going to try to make sure that I do answer a lot of those questions. So be watching for that video that's coming out this week. Make sure you tune in for the video tomorrow because you won't believe what Biden said. You won't believe what Dollar General is doing to its customers. You're also not going to believe what Walmart, Kroger, and Albertsons have planned up their sleeve. There is a warning out about Walmart that you got to pay close attention to. It's going to be costing you a lot more money. And Walmart is going to be your one-stop shop for everything, including your health care. Tune in tomorrow at noon because it's going to be one heck of a video. I'd like to thank you all for being here. Thank you for everything you do for my channel. Thank you for all the super chats, the super stickers. I did see one of those. I'd like to thank my moderators once again. I'd like to thank everybody for being here, all the members and all the subscribers. And for all you people that are watching that haven't subscribed, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That's the way you get notified every time my videos come out, which is basically every day. And this way here, you also will be part of one of the greatest communities that is out there right now. The people in here are very well knowledged. They will help you out. You see a video, you have a question on something I do, more than likely, it's very difficult for me to get to all your questions to answer them. But there's a lot of members in here that have a lot of knowledge that will help you out. Try it out. All it takes. Do me a favor, though. On your way out, please hit that like button. That really helps with the algorithm. We have to keep the YouTube algorithm happy so that we can get the word out to as many people as possible. I'd like to thank the winners tonight. Make sure that you do email me at survivalpreparedness69@gmail.com with your information on your address. I need your name and your address, and this way here, I will get your winnings out to you. And to everybody else, I hope everybody has a safe week. Stay safe on Halloween. Halloween's coming up on Monday. Don't eat too much candy out there now. And make sure that you are staying safe when you're out there with all your kiddos. Don't send them out by themselves, not in this day and age. Make sure that somebody is with them to watch over them, because there's too many sickos that are out there in this world right now. And I don't want to see anything happen to any kid, period. So until next time, till next Saturday night at 8 p.m., I will see all of you on the flip side.